use your skin color. When somebody said that you're ugly, not because you're skin color, it's because you're ugly. Don't put that on your skin color. There's
Back in 2022, Cardi B took home a $4 million win in a civil case against Tasha K. Their beef goes all the way back to 2019, when Tasha started putting out wild, unverified claims and damaging rumors about Cardi's personal life. Cardi won that lawsuit, and shortly after, Tasha K filed for bankruptcy. But a judge still made it clear she had to pay Cardi the judgment, setting up a multi-year payment plan worth millions. Tasha K fired back, saying Cardi was trying to muzzle her or tank her platform. Okay, that's a stretch. She even called Cardi's legal moves unfair. What? Fast forward, and Tasha started floating new claims online, pretty much insinuating that Cardi could be tied to witness intimidation in a situation involving Cardi's boyfriend, Stefon Diggs. And even though Tasha never said Cardi's name directly, the innuendo pulled her straight into the drama. What happened next was Cardi B going full scorched earth on Twitter Spaces.
be trying to use your skin color. When somebody said that you're ugly, not because you're skin color, it's because you're ugly. Don't put that on your skin color. There's too many bad brown bitches, and that done a lot, okay? So don't even put that. Don't stop with that race baiting, because one thing for sure, two things for certain. There's a lot of, you have caused so much damage to the black community. The way that you trash talk so much legends, the way that you make up lies about a lot of about black celebrities. I never see you harass not one white person. All you ever do is talk shit. You even said that Portia was ugly. You dumb. That's one of the baddest. So don't ever say that because you're insecure and people call you ugly. Don't put that on your skin color. You just an ugly. And I didn't say nothing about your nose. You just ugly. Second, you out here talking about original face. My original face, the face that I had, the face that I have now, the face that I had in 2015, the face that I had in 2010, the any face that I ever had, you ain't with it. You ain't with it, bitch. Let me tell you something about you. Let me tell you something about you. Let me tell you something about me, and let me tell you something about. Let me tell you something, right? When you a dancer, you know what you gotta look like? You gotta look good. You gotta be a bad. That's why I was making thousands of dollars every single night. Not sucking. I ain't had to show no. I strip in New York. In New York, you can show no. You can't be. So you're gonna get fired. You can't even leave the club with. You're gonna get fired. Nigga, like that how I look. I was a pretty petite, nice stomach, nice ass, pretty little young. Let me tell you something. One thing about it, you can never make money off your looks. You could even strip even if you wanted to. You've always been chopped cheese. Always been a sherm. And that's, you can never rely on how you look. You can never rely on how you look. Money, no, nothing. You all look like little Boosie. Actually, little Boosie look better than you, bitch. So stop it. You know the difference between me and you, that's what you hate. When all things fail, I can rely on my looks. When all things fail, I can rely on it taking care of me. I'm a bad. You never been that. You gotta be the provider in your relationship. You know what else you mad at me? Because you know what else you mad at me about? You mad because I have a mom and dad to fall back on. That's why you always gotta bring up niggas come and go. But you know what's something that you don't have? If your nigga you don't got no family to go to. Family hates you, and that's a fact. I don't go talking about your spaces, bitch. You know how much your mama had to hate you that she was letting your go touch on you, bitch? Your mama was on drugs, letting it touch you. You such a hateful, no, you such a hateful, disgraceful bitch that you was even putting your stepsister on. Bitch, don't do that shit. I don't give a stepsister. I don't give a. If you ever live with somebody, you don't come on social media and try to make them go.
Now listen, that Twitter space was long, but there's a bigger conversation here. One of the narratives people constantly throw at Cardi B is that she's anti-black, doesn't respect black women, and is colorist. And Nicki Minaj gets painted with the same brush too. But Cardi flipped that in this rant and basically said, ain't nobody more anti-black than Tasha K. And I'm gonna keep it real about Tasha K for a second, because talent-wise, she's arguably more gifted than most personalities in the celebrity ecosystem, including me. And here's why. I react to whatever the algorithm gives me, but Tasha K is the algorithm. Tasha breaks stories that ripple across the timeline, some true, some not. But once she posts something, the whole ecosystem has to respond. That's her power. It's the same thing DJ Academics does in hip-hop. Insiders with sources, celebrity connections, and T-pipelines who move the culture by dropping info first. But we also have to admit that Tasha K has put out information that is not verifiable. And I personally have never seen Tasha step forward and say, hey, I got this wrong, my bad. Instead, most of the damage hits black celebrities. Then there's all the commentary about Cardi's looks, cosmetic work, facial changes, plus the digs about Tasha being the sole provider for her household. For me, that's all noise. The part I really want to address is Tasha trying to play the victim and claim unfair treatment. I've seen Tasha put genuine fear into content creators. Let me tell you a real story. Before Kevin Samuels ever sat down with Tasha K, he called me. And I won't say Kevin was scared, but he was definitely calculating. Because right before that interview, Tasha had just obliterated Derek Jackson's career. It was the fastest fall of grace I've seen in a decade in this space. Derek got an invite to Tasha K, declined, and she dismantled him not once, but twice. Content creators watched that closely, and Kevin did too. He even saw Tasha drop a vague video hinting, there's another one I'm lining up next. And at that moment, Kevin Samuels was at his peak. Kevin was pulling crazy numbers at that time. He was hot. So when this started circulating, he rang me up. He said, listen, man, and I can't remember if it was before the Joe Budden interview or the Adam 22 sit-down, but he was crystal clear on one thing. Tasha K had a massive black female audience who did not rock with what Kevin Samuels was preaching. And he told me straight up, I've got to take this interview. But I also knew he was very aware of what would happen if he said no. That's how much power Tasha K held during that era. Folks genuinely believed that when Tasha calls, you show up. This was 2021, 2022. Kevin showed up. It wasn't a smooth interview at all. He knew it wouldn't be, but he still did his thing. And back then, Tasha had all the leverage. Information, narratives, ammo, everything. And when she has leverage, I've seen her use it on celebs and content creators alike. I still see her using it now. Look at the Will Smith situation. Tasha drops a bomb about Will allegedly getting clapped by certain dudes, and suddenly she looks like an unstoppable force. It's like, come interview with me or I'll make up my mind for you. So when I see Tasha running around acting like the system isn't fair, or claiming she's being silenced, or that people shouldn't discuss her legal cases, or that she feels bullied, I have to pause. Like, what about the bullying you've done? And again, I don't hate anybody in this game. It's business. But Cardi B is the first person to show the industry you can actually fight back against someone like Tasha K. And here's the kicker. Tasha posts, witness intimidation charges coming soon. You can't contact an alleged victim on behalf of someone being prosecuted, allegedly. Okay, meanwhile, she's getting sued left and right. And if you're going to be Tasha K, the accountability sheriff, then you've got to take accountability too. Once you wanted your money, you filed for bankruptcy. Where's the self-reflection? Now it's ducking, dodging, and reshaping narratives. That's where Tasha's credibility gets shaky. When she's the one with the intel, she's lethal. Boom, boom, boom. Character assassinations everywhere. But when someone finally hits back, that same energy disappears. Like if you took an L, you took an L. Say it. She got me. I owe the money. I took the loss. But instead, it's playing the system, hinting at things, never naming names, and running laps around what's obvious. So what do y'all think? It's your boy O.D. Jackson checking in again. This was another episode of That Celebrity Junk. Tap the bell. We out.